Good morning, golfing world.
Good morning, good morning.
Are we going to talk some golf today, boys?
Why not, brother?
Let's get
Roundtab, TGD. This is it.
That's it.
You know, guys, we're close.
I'm getting excited.
We're close.
Yep.
18 days. We're close. You wonder how I knew that.
You know, I just never seen anybody get so excited
That's my boy, Big D.
about a golf tournament.
That's
It's a
my
golf
boy.
tournament.
Excuse me?
It's just a golf tournament.
Dude, if I didn't love you so much, I'd slap you right here. Unbelievable, just a golf tournament. Al, could you believe that?
Yep. Well, you know, he come from a different world, you know, than we did.
Well, yeah, he was out there playing.
You know, he was
Who
inside
cares?
the ropes. We were outside the ropes.
There's
So,
nothing like the Masters.
Man.
Where I got my first kiss from my wife. So, hey, I love
Well,
the place.
see, you got something favorably to
Exactly
remember.
right.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a
not-
beautiful,
There's
beautiful
not
place.
another week in the entire year that is Augusta.
Nope.
But we'll cover more of that later.
Well, heck yeah.
Roundtable. A lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff.
Got to thank you, D, for that.
Yes, sir.
Just
Thank
made
you.
my day.
Actually, really kind of made me tear up.
It makes me tear up every time.
It did, because I'm going to interrupt you, George. I've got to send condolences out to a good friend of mine that passed away. He's good friends of mine, Patrick Lundy's, a lot of other guys, Bubba Watson, Heath Slocum, Boo Weekly, David Miller, good friend of ours that was all SEC at the University of Georgia. He's from Daphne, Alabama, down the Florida Gulf Coast. He passed away 2 nights ago in his sleep of, I believe, it was either an aneurysm or an embolism. But he passed away. He's got a baby that I think is only a few months old.
Man, what a
Young
shame.
man played the Swing Thought Tour. Great guy. I mean, just one of those you look at him, you know, and he kind of looks at you like with that dumb look, and then something comes out of his mouth, and you just go, "Where did that come from?" You know, he just one of those good guys. He'd love to. He'd beat on himself. He beat on you, and then everybody would sit around and laugh about it and have a beer. You know, and he just lost at a very young age, and it's
In his late 20s. Right?
yeah, I think it was his late 20s, maybe about the same age as Bubba. They were best of friends. I know Bubba withdrew from Bay Hill yesterday to be there for the funeral, to be with the family. Just a great guy, and condolences, prayers out to his family. This is just going to be a
What
very,
a
very
shame.
tough time.
What a loss.
Yes.
So our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Let me kind of pick up the spirits a little bit.
Sounds good.
Make the formal announcement. The Golfsmith Callaway contest that we talked about several weeks ago got the official notice Tuesday night, and yours truly, the Godfather, is the winner of Group 2 as far as Callaway custom sales from February the 8th through March the 15th. Ended up selling $58,000 in Callaway product, and that was all custom orders. And I get 2 days at the Callaway Cabin, Saturday and Sunday at Augusta National this year.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yep, get to go. I get VIP passes. I'll be a VIP patron.
We got to learn to cheat better.
That's it.
You think so?
I know so.
Your eraser's not as big as mine, dude. I've showed you that.
Congratulations. That's an awesome
That is.
honor.
That's awesome.
It really
man.
is.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's going to be pretty neat. I'll go up Friday afternoon and check into the Callaway Cabin, and then I get attend a party. There's some reception Friday night. Evidently, there will be a couple of Callaway players there, and then of course have the quote unquote patron passes for Saturday and Sunday, clubhouse access, things of that sort. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I am to stick around through Sunday night. I am not to check out till Monday.
Okay.
So in the event that Callaway has a player that wins, evidently they do a trophy green jacket party Sunday evening that I'm to attend.
Cool.
So be a lot to talk about when I get back.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
That'll be fun.
A lot of fun. So
Awesome.
Of course, we'll be talking from the course and giving reports and things like that, because we'll be covering the entire Masters, of course, here on TGD. So that'll be exciting and
Excellent.
be right up there, and I don't have to jump a fence to get on the property or whatever. So
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Just don't
It'll
get
be
caught.
nice, won't
Just
it?
don't get caught with your phone and get arrested. please.
No, I won't get caught with the phone. But
That's right.
it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And this year looks to be extremely promising as far as course condition and the players that are up there, the marquee players that are going to really be shooting for this thing, including one Rory McIlroy. So
That's right.
he's
Jordan
looking
Spieth.
to complete his quote-unquote Grand Slam. And, the Tiger Slam, as they call it now, because it's not
In a
in 1
calendar
year.
year,
Yeah.
yep.
So
Don't think that'll ever get done.
I don't either.
I really don't.
I really don't either. But again, looking forward to it. I want to thank Corey Fields, PGA professional and master club fitter there at CPC with me out at Barefoot. Without Corey, none of this could have get done. And I also want to thank the many, many customers that came in. And I had the privilege and the pleasure of fitting. So I just went over 300 fits over at the Barefoot Resort.
Nice.
Yeah. So a lot of fun, a lot of work. And I want to bring up something. And you guys, you being PGA professional, you being Al, a master club fitter, club designer, club builder. You know how me and numbers. I've been watching. I've been keeping little hash marks. I've been keeping some figures. And so far of the fittings I've done, over 300, I've been keeping up exactly. I asked everyone a question. How far do you hit a 7-iron?
Smart question.
Yeah, just to listen to their response. It's not that I listen for a number, but I do. And that's what I mark down, the hash mark on, the number. I can't tell you. Well, right now, 86% of everyone that I have spoken to face-to-face, 86% were incorrect with their thought process of how far they hit a 7-iron.
Interesting.
86%. Is that not a crazy number?
It really is.
Let me ask you this question before you go there. Every one of them's talking at 100%, though, aren't they?
Oh, every one of them saying, I normally hit it. That's their response. I normally hit it. Normally hit it.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Normally.
That means 100%.
Okay.
That's the good swing.
And the number always, and interestingly, I can take whatever number they have, which is around a 150. It's amazing how everybody sees that 150 marker as their gauge for that 7-iron. Okay? So that's kind of a common number, 150. I can take that number, whatever they tell me, and looking at my percentages that I'm gathering, I can back that off 20%. Right off the bat.
That's unreal. That's unreal.
Yeah, the average is probably about 130, 135.
128.
Yep, 130. Yep.
128.
Yep.
Is that not amazing? I'm sitting there, and I kind of chuckle. Some people have even asked me, what are you chuckling about? Because as I'm sitting here asking them the questions, and I do that, I set each person down before they start swinging and hitting and all that. And the first question I asked them is, what are you looking to get out of this?
Right.
What do you want to do? What's your objective?
Right.
Do you want to just hit your irons better? Do you need more length? Do you want height? Are you looking for a better feel? Do you want to go ahead and progress into new clubs? Are you looking to just tune up your old ones?
Yep.
What are you looking to do?
Yep. I ask them where they're struggling a lot too. Where the problems are.
Of over 300 fits, I've had two in 300 come out and say, George, I spend half my year here and I spend half my year here in Myrtle Beach. And I have found, George, that down here I hit the ball shorter. I don't carry it as far, and it's because of sea level, it's because of humidity, it's because of this. And I have to hug these people. I have hugged both of them.
Yep.
God help them. They're scarred for life. But I understand why you say that.
They actually
Get it.
They actually get it.
Yes, sir.
I agree. And the thing is, George, and it's funny.
I'm glad you brought
because-
that up because I was just thinking. I'm sorry, Hugh.
Yeah.
You're dead on. But you saying that and talking about folks, they watch television. They look at this stuff And that's where it all comes from. You know, they think, well, these guys hit it this, so I can hit it here. And, you know, I was raised the other way. I mean, if you ask me how far I hit a 7-iron, I'm going to tell you I hit it 150, 55 tops.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can hit it 170.
Mm-hmm.
But when I hit a 7-iron, I'm trying to hit it 150, 55 yards.
Mm-hmm.
My clubs, as you know, and Al does all my club work. My clubs have been weak. I'm old school.
Right. Right.
Now,
Me too.
The funny part was I got one of our good friends' clubs, who you know are 2 degrees strong, and hit them on the simulator.
Well, about 4 really.
Whatever.
Yeah, they're real strong.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
I hit his 7-iron. I'm going, dude, I'm hitting a 5-iron.
Mm-hmm.
I can hit my 5-iron as far as I can hit his 7-iron.
It's not the same length as a 5-iron, but it's the
But
same
the
face
loft,
loft.
I'm still hitting it the same length in distance
Yeah.
because of the loft.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a little
those are the
longer.
variances. But people just like we talk about, and you've heard me say a million times, George, when I teach, you know, it's like we grew up driving stick shift cars, manuals. You got to learn to start in first gear and change to get to high gear.
Right.
Well, most people try to start out in high gear, and they don't have a clue.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Interestingly, according to my numbers, over 90%, I don't have an exact number, but it is over 90%. I think it's going to work out to be about 90.8, something like that. But over 90% do not have a true depiction of swing speed with their driver. They see the magic number as 100.
Right.
For whatever reason, that's a magic number.
Right around 100 mile an hour.
That's a magic number. They see commercials on TV. Oh, you know, my swing speed's this. Oh, I'm 93. I'm 98. No. They have no clue.
Yep.
And then when you actually break it down and show it, they go, I'm only swinging at
85.
68 miles an hour? I'm only swinging at 72 miles an hour?
Well, see, a lot of times when they're doing that, you'll be testing with an iron, and an iron will generate about 10 mile an hour less than a driver,
If not more.
if not more.
If not more.
Well, and and you heard my rant, George, the thing with Tiger and whatnot. I laugh when I hear y'all talk about that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I teach golf for a living now, and that's what I do. But listening to that kind of stuff, to me, it's just irrelevant. Because it's about, if they don't hit it solid, I don't care how fast they can swing it.
Exactly.
It's not going to make a difference.
Exactly.
And, you know, you tell these people, quit trying to swing so hard.
Yes.
Well, I've got to hit it further. I've got to do. No, if you don't hit it solid, it's not going further.
That's exactly
and,
right.
And you just hit on the key point
That's
why I
it.
bring this up. Mm-hmm. If you base your skill level in your particular golf game on numbers,
You're screwed. Sorry. You are in bad shape.
that's right.
You have put yourself behind the 8 ball, and you have no chance for success.
you ain't got a shot.
You will never improve.
It is amazing of these fittings that I do. And Al, you see this every day. It is amazing of the fittings that I do. The people come in and they have this perception of their swing, their ascent angle, descent angle, impact points, MOI, you know, and first off, you have to explain what all that is.
Exactly. Yep.
But then they just assume that, oh, well, I don't hit this driver, I can't hit this driver, or I can't hit this 7-iron or this wedge or whatever because of this, and this. It's the club. And then when you actually start breaking down and going back to your point, so many of our fittings turn into, and although I hope no one from my bosses are listening to this, so many of our fittings turn into somewhat of a swing
suggestion.
Not evaluation.
They struggle. You know,
But-
sometimes I think they try harder when they come in for a fitting.
They do.
Well, that's
You know,
another
and I
thing
think
too.
that
They
they
swing
put pressure
hard.
on
I mean, we're
themselves.
talking roundtable here on TGD, but
Yeah.
I mean, and so we're just general discussing this. I'll see someone come in and they got this perfect stance and they've got the arch in their back and they can't get around and they're topping it right and they're pulling it left and all this. And I'll look at them and say, hey, just go to your natural shot. Just show me your you're halfway through your round. You got to hit this 7-iron,
Yeah.
130 yards. Just hit me a natural shot. And all of a sudden, you'll see their body open up. You'll see their foot move to a different position. You'll see their hands start at a different. They'll take a different grip.
Oh yeah.
Instead of trying to
Do
impress
death
me,
grip.
instead of trying to impress me to say, look,
Yeah.
I got a nice swing.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
It blows my mind, and getting. I agree with what you do. You guys do as far as fitting golf clubs, shafts for the right flexes, lofts, the whole 9 yards. With the machines is very important. To me, the machines at some point throughout anybody's swing gives you a false reading, because you watch all these TrackMan numbers, you watch all these people talk about this stuff, whether Flight Scope, TrackMan, whatever.
Right.
Saying, well, with the driver, you have to hit up 0.3 or 0.2, whatever. My father taught me a long time ago. I learned it the hard way, because he's like, if you don't hit down on every shot in golf, you will never succeed. He said, you cannot control a golf ball unless it spins. Now, the driver, we're trying to catch it at the base of the arc without a question of a doubt, at the dead base. But if you catch it on the upswing, it's like Phil Necro. Mm-hmm. You're throwing the prettiest knuckleball you've ever seen, and you have no idea which way it's going to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And some of these machines give you those numbers, and that's what people think, oh, that's the optimum. Well, yeah, it's going to hit and roll, but, I mean, what if, you're here in Myrtle Beach right now, and things are just now getting to where things are starting to grow, and they're watering, and it's damp.
And we had a lot of rain.
It's not rolling.
Nope.
No.
You better be carrying it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People don't know how to distinguish between the two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the hard part, and I think from your job and your job, that that's where these people have to understand the difference in the two, to know how to do both.
In 300 plus
Yes, sir.
fittings, I've had 11 fittings to where literally, and we consider a fitting is going up, getting engaged, filling out the paperwork, things of that sort, getting their history and things like that. So in these fittings, I've had 11 that I have stopped or either completed, but I've simply told them, you need to go work on your game, work on your swing before we can complete this.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a coupon. You come back after you get work with whoever, Hugh, whoever, you, it doesn't matter. Go work on you, because I can't fit you chasing a swing.
Well, if they're not giving you consistent impact or angle of descent or all that kind of stuff,
I can't do it.
You can't do it. It can't be done.
I do the same thing.
I can't do it.
Al's the same
And
way.
the first person, I've had so many people, guys, tell me, oh, well, I went to here and I went to here, and this guy told me I needed to hit this. And case in point, I had a gentleman come in yesterday. I'm not going to mention any names. His name's Danny Carter. Danny, I'm talking about you.
Watch out for the bus, Danny.
I have fitted Danny 3 times.
Okay.
Not for the same thing. Fitted
Right.
him irons, I fitted him drivers, and I fitted him wedges. And I'm about to fit him in a putter. But Danny comes back in yesterday. He stops by, says hello, brings me a cup of coffee. Great guy. He comes in, and we had put him in a particular shaft, graphite shaft, and a particular head for his irons. Hits them very well. I'm talking like 28 to 30% better than he was his previous clubs. So he saw technology improvement.
Sure.
Without a doubt. He comes in yesterday and he grabs one of the same head, but he grabs one in a different shaft. And he goes over to the mat and he starts hitting it. And I'm over doing other stuff with other people. He comes over to me and he goes, why didn't you put me in this shaft? I said, excuse me? He goes, why didn't you put me in this shaft? I'm hitting this further. I looked at him, I said, Danny Carter, let me tell you something. You're up there hitting off that mat. That is the perfect strike zone every time you take a swing. That mat automatically gets that club.
It makes up for your mistakes.
There you go. I said, now here's what I'm going to do. You go to your car, you get your club that I put you in, and you take that club that you just hit that was magically longer, and you go out here on the grass and hit some balls and tell me which one's the best for you. So he did it. He comes back, he goes, I'm sorry, George.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, George.
See, that'll be another coffee tomorrow morning.
It has been such an eye-opening experience.
Oh, yeah.
We love the game. That's why we're here doing this.
Yep.
And we love the people that love this game because
time.
we've heard declines, we've heard numbers are down, we've heard this, that, and the other.
But the passion's still there.
When people come in, and we've had a ton of people, guys. I mean, for me to win this contest, you know, that's a lot of people coming through this little center that we have here at Barefoot. And we've had a bad winter, no doubt about it. But for these people to come in and show their passion, their thrill, their enthusiasm for the game and want to grow in the game and get better and enjoy it more. And I think I use the enjoy it more factor when I'm fitting and when I'm working with these people than anything else. If I can put them in a softer head and a softer shaft and they feel more comfortable because they've got bad elbows or a bad shoulder or whatever, if they enjoy it more.
Or the first time they
Then
actually
they may
can
play
feel
more.
the golf club, the head, hit the ball and understand what it's supposed to feel like. It's not supposed to be a jolt. It's supposed to feel
Well,
like
there's a
it
couple
meshes.
of clubs out there. There's a couple of club manufacturers out there that when you catch it in the sweet spot, you actually hear a click. You hear a click. And for a slower swing speed, they've never heard a click.
Nope.
And all of a sudden they hear it and they go, whoa, look how far that one went. I said, that's it. You just hit the sweet spot.
Yep.
And they go, wow, that's like a little bell going off. Now, what did I do to do that? Oh, there we go. We're back into the swing now. We're not at the club. So I appreciate what you guys do and your love for the game and all that. And I just wanted to bring this up. I mean, we kind of rambled on here. But, you know, again, I've enjoyed this opportunity working with Golfsmith and all the different manufacturers. It has really taught me something over the last 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Really. I mean, I have seen some really good players. I mean, we're talking professional players, and I have had the great fortune to work with them, get them fitted, see performances that are up there at the upper end of the scale.
Yep.
But the majority are at the bottom end of the scale. And you just do everything you can. Al, you deal with this every day.
Yep.
You do everything you can to just try to help them improve a little bit here, a little bit there. But without work, there's not a club out there that's magic enough
No.
to improve.
You know, that's like the Indian or the arrow. You know, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this is my whole theory. You know, you can have the sharpest arrow in the world, but if that Indian aims off and he doesn't know how to use that bow properly, it don't matter how sharp that arrow
Yeah, it
is.
doesn't matter.
So it's a combination of Indian and arrow.
A lot of it's just the same like Daddy used to say, George. Your hands are just too close to your wrists.
That's it.
You know, you've got to learn how to swing a golf club before anything will work. But
That's correct.
Being able
But
to
you got to
have-
love them for doing it.
And
Oh, no doubt,
And
no
being
doubt.
able to have the technology to do what you and Al are doing as far as fitting, Al building clubs and whatever, you know, you've got to be able to have that patience to be able to help these folks do that.
Yeah.
And they've got to be able to put the time in to get it right so they can get a true fitting and get the right equipment that's going to help them enjoy the game and play better golf.
Yeah,
So,
good point.
you know, it's all around the
Al, I
board.
got a special request for you, bud. Make
Yes,
a note
sir.
of this.
Sure.
Okay? Sometime in the next shows of Tech Talk, let's talk about fittings for juniors.
Sure. That sounds great.
What's available out there for junior players, full sets, partial sets? Can you take an adult club and back it down, make it shorter, whatever? So let's do a program
got it.
target, because just this week alone I've had 4 requests for juniors.
Oh, no doubt.
And fittings and things. And I'm talking like 8 years old,
Oh, yeah.
6 years old, 9 years old. So that's a real special boutique type of product.
Oh,
And
definitely.
So if you don't mind, put some research to that and let's answer
I
that.
spend a lot of time with juniors, so I can handle that for you.
Good deal.
Yes,
Good
sir.
deal. TGD Radio and TV are produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director, be sure to check our featured course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and much more. Need help with your next golf vacation? Just call Dave. Give us a call, 844-GO-GOLF-1, 844-464-6531. All of our programming is archived for listening and viewing on demand. To catch up on any show you may have missed, click on the TGD Radio or the TGD TV tabs in the menu screen at thegolfdirector.com. We're now available on over 1 billion devices at iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Blueberry, and Myrtle Beach Golf app. For Al Cloyd, Hugh Roy III, I'm George Honeycutt, of course, and behind the glass, Big D. We want to thank you for tuning in, and there's more golf news and information coming up next.